So I'm Christina Wolfram, my husband's Tom, and we have Porky Pastures. We're the owners, and we have been farming since about 2017. And I came from a farming background, but he didn't. And we both started just to kind of feed ourselves. We knew that we wanted healthier food and couldn't find what we were looking for. We had no idea what a demand there was for clean food. And one thing led to another, and we went full-time a couple years ago. So Tom and I both grew up in Maryland. So I grew up pretty involved in farming in different ways, but Tom did not. You would never know that he didn't grow up in it. When we bought the farm in 2017, never thought it would be like farming. Our idea was like 2 or 3 cows just to get started. And of course, like the first person we contacted, he was like, well, I'm retiring. I'll give you a great deal on the entire herd. So instead of buying 2 or 3, we had, I think, nearly 30 with all the calves to start, like welcome to cattle. And then we copied that with pigs. We got a couple and loved them, and so we just bought people's entire herds. So as demand started coming up, people were asking for classes, and we started workshops, and how do we do this? And people were just constantly asking, and we became kind of the go-to for information and how to do this, and connecting people in the community to different resources, and it just kind of snowballed and took over. We all bring something to the table in a community, and if needed, you can come together and have everything that you need. You don't have to know how to do everything. You just have to bring your skill and network with your community and know your neighbors and build strength within the community. So that's a lot of what we do, is just teaching basic skills, answering questions, helping people connect to the resources locally that they need, whether it's something we have or something somebody else has. So the main idea of our holistic approach starts with regenerative farming. Regenerative farming is leaving things better than we found it. So in a commercial industry, you're constantly depleting resources and having to use chemicals and synthetic inputs to restore that. So you're taking, but you're not actually giving back, you're just adding chemicals. So a regenerative approach means actually leaving the earth and the soil better than we found it. That's kind of the foundation of a holistic approach, is creating an environment that promotes health and creating an environment where bad things can't survive. Different animals eat different things, and then they replenish different things to the soil. So you're constantly removing bad by having multiple species, because they're eating things taking turns eating different things. And then they're putting back natural manure, and each one gives back something a little bit different vitamins, nutrients, pH levels, everything is different. Each one kind of plays a piece, a piece in that game. And so when you're rotating properly, for us it's cows and sheep, because they're very complementary. They can be on the same piece of land because they're eating mostly different things. They'll both go for the good grass, but for the most part, the cows like the best of the best, and the sheep are a little bit better with the weeds. So you can put them together. And then after that, we bring in the pigs. Then once they go through, the birds go through. So turkeys, chickens, ducks. So what they do is they pick through all the manure, which does 2 things. It spreads it out so that you're basically, creating perfect layers of fertilizer, natural fertilizer, but they're also eating all the parasites and the bugs out of it. So by the time the grass is returning and growing back, just like this multi-part system has kind of taken over, the next round has less weeds, less parasites, more of the good grasses, because pH level in the soil has been improved. And so every time you rotate through, it's getting a little bit better each time. So that's the foundational level. And then what we do, since we don't rely on medications and antibiotics and things like that, it's really important that we keep their immune systems really, really strong. And so I do that with an herbal blend that I mix with apple cider vinegar, raw apple cider vinegar, and organic molasses. You can do it with honey too, but molasses has a lot of vitamins in it that are good. And then I mix that in with the food. So that is the foundation of like our herbal plan is that one mix. It's the same mix. Everybody gets it every 4 to 8 weeks, depending on the time of year, the weather. If it's birthing season, I give it a little more frequently. And so that clears parasites. We never have a parasite issue because a lot of times the USDA processors will reject where you can't get back organs. And a lot of times that's because they're infested with parasites. We have never, ever had organs rejected. We've always gotten our organs back and they've been perfect. Tallow is the rendered fat from cows. That term is also used for lamb fat. Lard is from a pig, so tallow is from a cow, lard is from a pig. We render both several times to purify them and clean them. It's a whole multi-day process to render it. So when we get it back from the processor, it's just like big chunks of fat. So that gets melted down, which is rendering several times. So we use the lard mostly for soap. It makes a really nice lather. And tallow is our favorite for the skin. I know some people will do lard for the skin too, but we've just found that tallow works the best as a moisturizer. It absorbs a lot better than the lard. And then the lard just makes the nicest lather. It started because we didn't want to waste. We just don't like wasting any part of the animal. So it's how can we find ways to do this? Tallow and lard are very biologically similar to our skin. So putting something on your skin from, the grocery store or whatever, that's just putting chemicals to kind of change your skin versus putting something natural that has the same minerals and vitamins that your skin has, or all of the things that your skin naturally has and needs. So it's like replenishing what you may have lost, but not adding something foreign. It's just like replenishing what your skin needs. It's not like some big secret magic proprietary thing. It's just natural. It's what people did 150 years ago. Things that have never, people saying I've tried everything. Nothing has ever helped. Natural, pharmaceutical, nothing's helped. And they try it and it's a few weeks later, I see them again and they're like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And it's not that we've found the magic cure. This is what grandma did, it's normal. It should be normal. Chemicals shouldn't be the normal thing. Our main workshops have been raising backyard pigs, bread and butter, cheese, and soap making. The bread and butter class is a lot of fun, and that one is just one of those basic skills. I walk you through just a basic yeast loaf that you can kind of make in an hour and a half and have bread on the table. It's easy, it's fast, and then we show how easy butter is to make, so you can make both right at home. And so it's just a foundational, traditional skill workshop. And I think a lot of people maybe don't even ever bake bread after it. I think it has become more of a community thing where people just enjoy getting together and learning a new skill. Even if they don't end up using it, people tell me from that one, that's the most fun I've had. And I think it's a lost skill. So a lot of times we see a wide variety of ages, and sometimes it's grandparents or mom and daughters, or best friends coming out, and just it's more of a social outing to some. And then other people, it really is to learn that skill because they want to do it. So that one has just become kind of fun because you get such a wide variety of people. So we currently attend the Floyd Saturday Market, and then the Radford Saturday Market. And then the new one that we do it's called the Draper Heritage Market, and that is a once a month market. Our overall farming concept, our values, our the way we do things is very different. I don't know of another one in our area, at least, that does things the way that we do. So that opens a lot of conversation. I've had it where I can talk to the same person for an hour at a market, and I love that. You should have the right to know what's in your food and what's in your environment, and that's what we try to do. We try to give you products and information, not just products. We don't want to just sell you everything. We're a resource if you do want it, but we also want to be the resource for helping you find answers. So, to answer questions and to have conversations and to host workshops and to teach people how to not only have cleaner food, a cleaner lifestyle, but also to be able to take control of these things for themselves. We believe that no matter what decisions that you make in life and for your health, that you should have the right to make those decisions and not be forced into doing things a certain way because of a misleading label or propagandized topic. We want you to be able to have the opportunity to know what's in your food and in your products and make decisions for yourself. But also, we're really advocates for building strong communities, and we want to connect people and resources and give you the opportunity to kind of take control of some things that we've given control over to major systems, and to build just overall community sustainability through education and empowering people to be able to make decisions and have traditional skills that have been lost.